Hey guys, welcome back. Triple V here again, and this time we're challenging the Terror of Submergence stage with a mono green, despite having no green runes. So I think this is probably an ongoing trend that you're gonna see, where we're gonna attempt pretty stupid and crazy stuff, I guess. But it's all in the name of good entertainment. Of course, I'd much rather be spending the stamina doing battles like the new Transcendent Sectorum to farm for that golden chick, but at the end of the day, this is quite fun in itself as well. Alright, so the first mini boss stage we're coming across is two crystal croc golems. So these guys are... This is like the hardest stage in the whole in the whole battle. Just make sure if you're running a mono green team that your converters are ready and you're going to be ready to take them down, because even with the defensive ability of Domon having 30% defense, you're going to 50% defense, sorry, against water, you're still gonna eat that Reaper pretty bad. So get rid of them quickly, like you see me do there. For the normal mobs, the Nofke, I have no idea how to pronounce that, but Nopke, the Yeti looking guy, he's gonna be your biggest challenge, because once again, Reaper ignores defensive abilities. So what you're looking at there is a pretty irritating skill to grind on, so best that you kill him as quickly as possible and leave other mobs alive. So the wavy slime, he's gonna deactivate some of your abilities every now and then, but not to worry, nothing that this team can't really handle. And if you see it with double Odin, with almost 19,000 hit points, with the 50% reduction, you're looking at having virtually 27,000 hit points. So it's a good leeway for you to be grinding through the stages on, which is also why I've been fast forwarding them, because they are rather grindy. The whole battle that you see around here, the whole thing takes 18 minutes. But I fast forward the boring parts to make sure that you guys don't fall asleep or crawl your eyes out trying to watch this whole thing. So stage 6 here is Dagon, who's a 20% tumbler. Now, even with the 9,000 attack, it's not gonna do much. It's only gonna do 4,005, which gives you 6 full turns without healing with this kind of team. Now, if any of you are wondering why Circe is missing, please, for the love of God, do not bring Circe. I made the epic mistake of bringing her for the first, I think, 2 tries that I did this battle, and I realized that it's a really stupid idea, because she disables Domon's his defensive ability. So any damage reduction skills will not work, and that includes leader skills. So if you bring a Circe and you have it activated, you're not doing yourself any favors whatsoever. So unfortunately, I'm quite a big fan of her as well, but she's going to be sitting on the substitute bench this time around. So for Dagon here, you can just grind your way through. Originally I thought I had to bring Medusa to make it easier, but as I mentioned earlier, with 4,500 hitting, him hitting you 4,500 per attack, it's not really gonna do much for you. Okay, so more grindy stages here. So for this kind of team, just take note, you need enough converters. Originally I only brought I didn't bring my Dharmate, I brought Circe instead, which as I mentioned is a pretty bad idea. I also tried it with Medusa, which can work, but her stats are generally terrible. So in the end, what I did bring was, ended up bringing Dharmate, because I don't have a Domon. If I did, I would bring it. In fact, I would probably run a carbon copy team to what I did last week for Terror of Incalescence. Except you can form pretty much a green version of that with Belle at the front, PR Duncan, with Don't Bring Circe, as you mentioned, with 2 Domons. And that would be looking like a pretty good team, but I don't have those cards, so I decided to go the beefy green way. So for stage 9 here, we're looking at a Trojan guy, which is Dreadful Cthulhu on the left, who, if any of you guys haven't noticed, is actually part of the whole Lovecraft mythos of, Cthulhu, the Deep One, all that kind of stuff, which is kind of interesting. If you have the time, you can go research that and figure out how they're related, and why Donald is looking for Cthulhu, that kind of stuff. it's kind of weird, but if you're into that kind of stuff, you can go read it up. So for me here, I'm looking at taking out Yidra first. The reason is she's gonna be the biggest threat for reducing your cooldown to 2 seconds. And for Tulu here, you can slowly grind while you get your skills ready if you've used them for any reason. Otherwise, a bit of lag there. That's why my runes are floating down. Otherwise, you can look at just bursting them down when the time is right, which I believe should be coming soon. So all in all, this battle took a bit longer for me because of the team I'm using. Instead of using a Belle and Domon setup, I'm using a Freyja and Domon setup, which means you're only getting whatever 2.5 times 1.5 is. I think it's 4 point something, 3.75, yeah. So you're only getting a 3.75 multiplier compared to if you're using a Belle and a Domon, you'd be getting a 4.5 multiplier. So when it comes to these kind of battles, it's all about big multipliers and really maximizing the damage you're going to deal. So this is the final burst for Cthulhu here. We're going to say goodbye to him and go to the boss stage in a couple of seconds. Alright, so he's going to reduce your hit points to 1 upon entering. Other than that, nothing too fancy. I recommend keeping your, if you're bringing Duncan here, PR Duncan, to keep his active ready for when he reduces your hit points. Reason is you may need to use that boundary crossing skill of his to find those heart runes which might be hiding in the top 3 rows of your screen, which you can't see. So it's just a good backup to have. I'm really always impressed to have you know, the starter skills, because that ability to dig for runes that you need is always very, very powerful and very useful utility skill to have. For the rest of this, I'm just grinding through, getting all my cooldowns ready. However, I overdid it a bit, and that's why you see there's a lot more grinding than necessary here, just because I wanted to play safe and have everything ready before I went for the kill. Okay, with 1 million hit points, not too much issue for a mono green team. If you guys notice, by the way, the defense of Marsh as well as Donald has all been 666, which is alludes to, you know, those satanic stuff, the number of the devil and all that kind of thing. So don't know if any of you guys picked it up. Don't know if it's even relevant at all, but there you go. It's there. So here, getting ready to do some damage. What I'm trying to do actually is I'm trying to carefully lower my hit points down to as close to 0 as possible without dying. And I reckon here he's hitting me for 5,000, so I'm gonna let him hit me twice more. But as you see, my estimation skills kind of suck sometimes, so that's why this is taking me a little bit longer than expected, because I keep overhealing more than I'm supposed to, and that kind of drags the process on. But as you see, popular, or not popular, rather starting with the whole Terror series, we're now seeing double hit point bars, which is just a way for Madhead to sneak in extra abilities for you to have to handle and deal with. So almost there. Just looking at getting, and you know, sometimes these sky drops come and you're just like, oh, I want to get as close to 0 as possible, but sky drop comes and yeah, not really ideal. The reason is you want to activate one of your Odins here to give you the extra boost, the extra multiplier, because you are going to be needing to have a super big boost. 2.8 million hit points is nothing to be scoffed at, and we don't have our normal, our usual amount of heal or attack due to the fact that we're using a Domon leader. Okay, I think it's time convert all our earth runes, all our runes enchanted earth, which is pretty dumb. What I should have done is use my Domon to convert first, and then my Odin and Freyja combo, which is a pretty dumb moment. But nonetheless, I think looking at this board full of green runes is still enough, considering one of my Odins has gone to use his ability to increase the attack multiplier due to the amount of hit points missing. So what you want to do here, just make sure all your runes are spread nicely, you're getting as many combos as possible, and hope for a lot of sky drops. Only 10 combos, but as you can see, enough to get the job done and get the cut. So happy hunting for all you guys there looking for Marsh, the servitor of deep ones. And if you found this video useful, helpful, do share, subscribe, like, favorite, whatever it is, because that really gives us a lot of encouragement. So until next time guys, see ya.